thing a little
Yeah.
bit, but it's similar to his.
Hmm.
But it seemed like I still don't get the entries I want, or let's say I do get a good entry, I just don't hold a trade or
Yeah.
something. I was just like, man, you know what? It's time. Cause I never forgot about you, but I really had to get my stuff in order, bro. I know it probably seemed like
Good, bro.
he probably didn't want to pay, but nah, I had to
Nah,
really,
bro, I know everybody got their own timing with stuff, so like I don't
yeah,
even tripping for real, cause I'm still on my grind too. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
I'm still doing what I gotta do, so I don't really be I don't really think too much into it. I'm just like shit. If people need the help, then cool, and if they don't, then cool, cause I'm a student as well.
right, right, yeah, yeah, but yeah. So I did it, man. Reached out.
What what pair you been trading? Come on,
GJ and AU.
GJ and AU.
Yeah, but I think I'm just gonna stick to GJ because all that US news, I feel like it'd be messing me up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like technically, like are you more like a technical trader, or are you more like fundamentals?
technical,
Like
technical. I try to do technical. All that fundamental stuff, like it's cool and all, but I don't be trying to search. I just be want to go straight to the charts and see what I can see and do that. It's really just consistency. That's what I really. Well,
so,
that's what everybody wants.
yeah, yeah, that's true. So like you got like a trade plan.
I mean, I wrote one down.
So all right, bet. What's your trade plan?
Uh, so with the $2,000 account, which is at like, let me see what it's at right now. It's at 1120 and 74 cents.
It's at $11.
No, no,
Oh, I was
no,
about
it's
to
at
say,
1100.
okay.
It's at 1100.
It's at
Yeah,
1100.
1120 and 74 cents.
Okay.
Right. So at first, that trading plan was okay. I'm gonna risk $100 each trade,
Hmm.
and then like let's say if I get two trades good, which is 2 to 1 risk reward.
Hmm.
So I risk 100, I make 200.
Yeah.
So I get two of them right. That's $400.
Okay.
So then I'll risk $200.
Yeah.
So that's what I did, and I was up, and I'm like, okay,
I
bet.
realize you trading GJ, bro. Like,
I, w- I was trading GJ AU too.
okay, okay, okay.
Yeah. So for the most part, I was catching on like on average like 50 pips, 60. I mean, I got a little greedy sometimes, but I would try to put my stuff in break even, things like that.
Hmm.
And then when I started risking like 300, $400 trade,
Yeah.
that's when like shit just started going south. So I was just like, all right, let me just risk $100. But I wrote things down. So
So like, what do you look for when you about to enter a trade? What's your edge?
um, I mean, pretty much the same thing that I learned in Friday course. Like, let's say if we're in an uptrend, I try to get on a higher low, the push barriers at the support, then go
Hmm.
lower time frame on like M30, M15, mostly M30, and then I'll try to see a break of resistance, and I'll try to look for that retest. Or
Okay.
sometimes I wouldn't even sometimes like when I go for the entry, I wouldn't even look for like the bullish engulfing. I
Yeah.
see like a bunch of wicks, and I'll eventually like it'd be like okay, like prices seem like it doesn't want to go down anymore, so let me just enter right there. And most of the time, like it'd be like a sweet entry for me. So I got a little cocky off of that, and sometimes I'll take little losses, but for the most part, I was taking a lot of W's. And then for the last one, because I didn't understand trend lines.
Uh
You
huh.
know, Q does the trend line break, counter trend line.
Yeah.
And I just started understanding that now, so now I kind of use it. So like I've
Yeah,
been
bro.
on,
That joint to save your life.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So like you don't have to get on the retest no more. Like you can
Nah,
kind of like
you just find where that exhaustion is based off of that retest, and you just ride the wave.
yeah, yeah. So I'm still trying to like backtest that, but for now I'm to the point where I'm just completely confused. Like I'm like, I don't know if it's my psychology is super off, but I'm
Mhm.
just like, man, I just want to like start fresh over.
Yeah.
Type
Okay.
of shit.
Sure. Well, me, bro, like I only been trading like US 30 for real. So like, I mean, you could take the concepts pretty much the same
Mm-hmm.
and just apply them to GJ, like apply them to your charts, and then like we could like when you back test and stuff, we could go over certain stuff on GJ and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fine.
Just use that so that way, if that works. So we can hop on some shit for sure. Um, so yeah, like this is basically how I've been looking at US 30. I've been applying like sometimes my moving averages and say depending on if I need them. Um, I stick usually to like H1, H4 for like more of a direction.
Right.
You know what I mean? As far as like understanding where my resistance points are, things like that. Understanding where's the highest point of price. So, I'm just, how I always been like super technical about certain shit. So that's how we was taught to be. So yeah, like I look at certain shit like this and be like, all right, this is the highest point. I know this is H4 resistance. So I can look at certain things as far as M30. I know we've been bullish in the uptrend for a while. Then we started seeing some resistance. I know this H4 resistance, but at the same time, I understand that being on M30, I'm gonna see a lot more details. So, I'm seeing like these little tweezer tops right here. I'm seeing how it's respecting all around here, rejecting. And then I seen it was making higher lows at the same time. So I went ahead and slapped on like this trend line. But in this sense, it would be, just to see when those sellers are going to come into the market and start that counter trend. So, as you can see up here, came back, retested up here, boom, broke this area right here. And now we're just testing, looking for a certain point of support, you know. But I try to keep it super, super basic, like how we were taught in the 5DC for real. I look for higher time frame structures, like H4 support right here that I had marked off. Boom. Once I know we started breaking certain levels of resistance right here, I drop down to, what was it, M30. I'll drop down to M30 and look for certain breaks of look for certain breaks of resistance. You know what I mean? Broke here, boom, that retest here, looking for buying pressure to come into the market.
And that's where you enter at that square.
Right. Yeah.
And
So like just certain areas like that, like that's where I would
where would you have put your stop loss under that
under
low?
this area right here. Yep. That last previous low. You
Did
know what
you
I mean?
would you
Huh?
have thrown the trend line on like the M5 or something?
Nah, because I already seen what I needed to see. I didn't need to go that low on this setup.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like it showed me clear bullish structure. I mean, bullish momentum, a bullish engulfing at that. I already had confluence because of the break. Respected here. Support was once resistance over here. You know what I mean? So it's like I seen everything I needed to see for me to just take that trade and be able to ride it up. So, maintain it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
And for you like maintaining, like how would you go about it?
just maintaining like being on my M30 time frame, being on my H4 time frame. Um,
Because sometimes I'll see a break of support on M30, but on H1 it's like a tested, and sometimes I'm like,
yeah.
I don't know if I should
So,
get
so
out.
I'm starting to see that's why you got to be going back and forth, like within your workflow. You see what I mean? So I'm already expecting if H4 structure, I'm already expecting this to be that point of resistance. That's going to be that TP area that I'm looking for. You see what I'm saying? So all of that lining up, I'm expecting some type of resistance in this area anyway. So I would go ahead and have and be on lower time frames such as M15, M5, whatever, seeing how that structure looks. And if I'm seeing sellers coming to the market, I know I want to go ahead and take profit because that area is probably gonna have a hard time breaking, especially if I'm seeing M5 structure break and 15 structure start to break. Like I don't want to give away, too much profit, because that's a good risk to reward, especially on US 30. You know, that's like a for me, that's like a $3,000 move.
Yeah. Yeah. So okay, can I show you GJ? Because I actually got into a trade last night
For sure.
and I got out of it at like a 38.2 because I was like, I don't know how far it's gonna drop.
Yeah. You just gotta stick to your go ahead, you can share, but you just gotta stick to your bias, bro. That's really all it is.
You can see the screen, right?
Yeah. And stick to a pair.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at Bitcoin because I'm like long-term investing in it.
Okay,
So
okay.
I just wanted to see if it was gonna hold up.
I'm just
But
saying he was like, I'm trading GJ and I'm trading AU. I'm doing this. I'm like,
and sometimes I feel like when GJ don't got a setup, I'd be like, fuck, like I need something. Let me go on AU real quick.
right.
But like, I mean, I guess you don't do that, man. You stick to US 30, like you said, right?
Yeah.
So okay. So I was looking at GJ. I don't know, when's the last time you looked at GJ, but it's like on,
Yeah, I haven't looked at GJ in a while.
yeah, so it's on an uptrend,
Right. But it
clearly.
looked like you had a point of resistance though.
Like what, around here
Yeah,
or
like you
around
had
this
yeah,
crossroad,
like you had like a high.
something like this.
Yeah, exactly. Like you had some exhaustion up there.
And then I looked at weekly and I seen like that seller's exhaustion right
Yeah,
here.
so you're seeing a little bit of seller's exhaustion. Nothing too crazy, but you know,
Yeah. So I was
you're
like,
seeing
okay.
some indecision for sure.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, like we still see some little buyer pressure. Okay, cool, getting in it. And then dailies that's like some resistance, got a little resistance area too.
Hmm.
But yeah, so I was on the 4 hour and it's like maintaining like these small or higher lows. Like yeah, these
Yup.
small or higher lows.
Yup.
Right. So then I went down to M30, but this is where I was stuck at. So I think I did take it. I took my first sell around here. Then I should have kept it. But I took my first, yeah, around this thing right where I got this square at. I don't know if you can see this yellow. I tried to take my buy around here, but I went down to M like 15 because it was kind of tight. Then I was like, it's still kind of tight. Let me go to M5. And I remember like,
Yeah. See, you can see structure way better in M5.
right. So I remember taking a sell like around here, but this is why I took the sell. Like I did a trend line. And I don't know if that was too steep.
Yeah, that's way too steep, G.
That was way too steep.
Way too steep. So like
But yeah,
on that case, I'll be on M1. You see what I mean? Because you need more detail. You see what I'm saying? Like, don't even hesitate. Like, yeah,
but okay, so this was a trend line from the M5.
boom. That looks way better for what you're
Right.
trying to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But at the time I was an M5 and then when it broke that trend line, in my opinion, I just like I took a sell. But I was like, dang, maybe I shouldn't have, I mean not sell, but I think it was around here. But I took a sell and I think I put it under here. I remember putting it under here. And like around 5 it
That,
had hit it.
that's backwards if you putting in the sell. That's the buy. That's the
I
long
mean I mean a buy, that's what I meant, a buy, my fault.
buy.
Yeah, I took a buy.
Yeah, no, that's premature though because even if you doing that, that's the first break. So you know it's looking for a ceiling. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and you got resistance right there by where you buying at. If you look to the left,
Right
right? So
here.
you don't want to buy there. You know what I mean? You buying basically at a lower at a lower high point.
Right. So that's why I was hearing Q and he was like, when you doing trend lines, it's not the same thing as horizontal trend lines.
Yeah,
So like don't look at it as like a breaker resistance and all that stuff.
right.
So that's why I'm so confused when I throw the trend line because in my head, I'm like I'm looking for a breaker resistance.
Right. But you still gotta keep in mind where you're at on that higher time frame. You say you're making higher lows on that higher time frame. So you don't want to you seen the break of the counter trend line, but you didn't give it a chance to retest. You didn't see what was about to happen next, because if it breaks, the next point in structure is a high. That's what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying. Like, you're buying at a high. Like, either way, like, your concept isn't wrong at all. You know what I'm saying? You're on point far as your counter trend lines, but you just gotta wait. You have to be that much more patient and wait for it to come back and make that higher low point, and then be looking for your buying opportunities. You know what I'm saying?
So okay, so if we were here again, I'd wait for that break
You're
first.
making lower highs though. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like, I'm not looking to buy if I'm still making lower
Oh,
highs.
okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
that didn't break. Like, that retest that happened, that didn't break that high point. So that's a lower high. So that lets you know sellers are still in the market.
Mm-hmm. So then, okay, so I drew my second trend line, my second counter trend line.
Mm-hmm.
Is this one is this one accurate? I put the well, I
See, me,
put
like, I like
ADB.
to draw my counter lines on like M15 and M5. You know what I'm saying? Really
Yeah.
like M15, but I mean, that to me, I would have drawn it. Like, I wouldn't have drawn it. That's too close in price. You see what I'm saying? Go back to M5. Like, I would have took it from that top point where price says 151,755,
1.5.
the high point,
What's the number again?
151,755.
151,755.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to the left.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I would have took it from up there and look for a point. You know what I'm saying? From up there. Nah, that's too steep. Yeah, I would have kept going out right there, like something like that. Because at that point, you seeing that the market's starting to do what? Support. It's starting to make higher lows now. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but wouldn't that be like I'm missing too much price action?
No, because that shit just consolidating.
Oh, okay.
That shit going sideways. How are you missing out on price when it's paused? All of that is literally going sideways from 15145 where it made that low. It literally went sideways that whole time. So our price is literally spreading out, and all you're waiting for it to do, and it's sustaining support. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? At 151.084. So it's sustaining that support that you don't even have a random line on. You see what I mean? Like, if you have that random line down there where it first made that first support at to the left,
All right.
support to the left. Yeah, you had a random line going all the way to the right, you will understand what's going on. You will see that's all your support right there.
Yeah, yeah, it was support.
Yeah, man.
It
So,
was still holding. But yeah, so I had took my second entry and I was on the M5.
mhm.
I was like, okay, I see like a break resistance. My entry was around somewhere around here because I was waiting for it to break. And then I saw like a lot of indecision, but I was like, it's still good and I could throw my stop loss into here.
So, like, yeah, I would have been trying to buy like right after that break, right there. Yep.
Yeah, so I had missed the entry, but I noticed it had came back to it. So I was like, okay, I can still take this buy. So I took that buy and then I put my stop loss on that as support. And then it started like pulling back around here. And that's when I was like, I don't know if it'll hold that push up and I didn't want to risk it. So I got out. I
Okay.
like put my
Well, I mean,
trade.
if you feel uncomfortable, you should always, you know what I'm saying, show get out.
Yeah. So I got out. Like I think I had made like only like $50. I put a point 50, so it wasn't that much.
Shit, that's better than, you know what I mean. That's better than feeling uncomfortable the whole time and
Yeah.
risking more than what you're willing to risk. That's the best thing about this shit, is that you just always know what you're willing to risk.
Right. Yeah, I was risking $100. I was trying to get 200, but I was in comfort. Like I didn't. It was like in middle. It was like 1 in the morning. I was like, man, I don't want to go to sleep and hit my stop loss or something because we're like resistance area.
That's how it be sometimes. Sometimes you gotta stay up.
Uh,
Shit, cause I mean it's money on the line. You feel me? Like
yeah. So I put at break even, and now I'm starting to fall asleep, and I'm like, I'm seeing this drop more. I'm like, nah, let me just get out. And I woke up and it shot up, and I was like, damn, all right, well, this is what
yeah,
it is. And I was trying to take another buy around here.
okay. Yeah, nah, hell no. Nah. Cause that just broke support.
Yeah. But at the time, it was like holding. What are you talking about right here?
Yeah, that broke support. And it maintained lower highs on the lower time frame on N5 and 1. It
Yeah,
maintained the lower
on
highs.
five. And I was thinking like, okay, like once it break this trend line and I'll look for like a
That's not even
retest.
a valid trend line.
It's not the A
Oh,
to B right here.
nah, that I mean going into the future, yeah, but like for you looking for it to break from right there, like nah, I wouldn't even be looking for it. I wouldn't even drew that right there. If anything, I just would have had the point of support that was broken now turned resistance, like so that way I could see.
So, talking about right here.
Yeah, exactly.
So then if it had broke this resistance area, then I'll get in again or look for a retest.
Exactly. So as soon as that shit broke and you seen that it was sustaining and it's making bearish variation right there, boom. And then it came, came down, tapped that support, came back up, made that other lower high, boom. That's my entry.
For a sell?
Not that one, but the one up right there. Yep, that's my entry for the sale.
You weren't afraid like maybe it'll shoot back up again?
Fuck no. Afraid for what? You already know where you at.
I know, but I don't know. I felt like GJ would do some bullshit.
And I mean, bro, that's why you back test. So you know exactly what it's gonna do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You back test enough, like you don't got it ain't no reason for you to be scared. You back test and you say you're a tech, you use your technicals and you do your research and all of that. There's no
So
reason for you to be scared, bro.
okay, so you enter right here and it does that pullback. You wouldn't be kind of worried like, dang, maybe it's time for me to get out.
No, my thing is I would have been looking if I enter right there, I'd have been looking for it to break 151,508. So once it broke that and it came down to made support and it looked like you got a trend line right there, and I seen that it wasn't trying to break that trend line, it came down, made all that exhaustion. I would have got out in that exhaustion down there at the bottom.
Right here. Or right here.
Yeah. No, to the left.
This one.
Yeah, I would have got out somewhere in that candle. Like, if I'm not liking it, but you gotta also understand that you're on M5.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's gonna pull back, and it's GJ. Like, I don't trade GJ, but I know GJ is crazy, bro. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like you gotta be ready for them pullbacks, and that's why you can't over leverage. Unless your risk to reward is like really sweet.
Right. Yeah, let me go to AU real quick. Use the I don't know how you backtest, but you use the bar replay a lot when you
Yeah.
backtest.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I do it too. But
Yeah, that's the best way to do it. Like, so that way you getting exactly how the candles look. So that's what I'm saying. It shouldn't be no if every part of your game is on point and you know your candlestick analysis, you know your technicals, and you know you trust your trading plan and stuff like that, then it's like it's no reason for you to be scared about taking these trades because the whole time we here to make money. That's what we here
yeah,
for.
like before I was using a trend line, this is how I used to trade. Like let's say let's say right here at this lower high,
Mm-hmm.
right? I'll go to H1, like straight after 4 hour, I'll go to H1. And then
And then what's the market doing? It's making higher lows right now. So I would slap on the counter trend line right there.
right here.
From right there, right there. To the right there, that bullish candle.
Bullish candle right here.
Yep, right there. Yep, into the future. Boom. So now I see that the market then made resistance already at the top in my exhaustion zone. Boom. All I'm doing now is waiting for it to come down and show me a sign as it made that lower high point. So that lets me know that it's sellers coming into the market. Boom, it dropped, broke my counter trend line, came back, tested the back end of it, and I would have got in right at that, right in that area. Yep, exactly. It's low risk. Low risk, G. That's how we rocking all year. Low risk, high reward. You see what I'm saying? Based off
There.
H1 and take profit based off of H1, H4.
And stop loss under
Stop loss above the last point. I would have had it right above there. Yep, right in my exhaustion zone. Max stop loss all the way above the exhaustion zone because it's just M15 and it's AU. So that shit, exactly. It ain't that much pips. It's like 62 pips. Yeah, you could do that shit. Yeah, that's max stop loss. You know what I mean? Minor stop loss, you could do like 20 pips, especially AU. You get some pips. You can lot up on AU and get some pips. Cause that shit follow structure, bro. Like all you gotta do is be patient with that joint because it's gonna consolidate, and then it's gonna do what it gotta do. And you just gotta be ready to, you know what I mean, capitalize.
But what about this right here? How like it broke support. I mean resistance. And
But
then we
it's
got the break.
but you already understand where you at. That's what I'm saying. You already understood you broke a point of support. You already broke your counter trend line. So of course you know it's gonna be coming up to retest your trend line. You know what I mean? So you want to wait. You want to just wait exactly and be flipping back and forth from time frames. Like if I'm still seeing M5 like at the end of them H1 wicks, I'm seeing
You said M5?
yeah. I'm seeing it's still making higher lows. I'm gonna slap on another counter trend line. Right there. Right there.
Somewhere.
Yep.
Starting from right here.
Yep. Going right to the yep. Yeah, man. Like even if you gotta wait till then to find your entry, that's okay. You know, if you're not comfortable with getting in all the way at the top, that's fine. Like you could wait and like, okay, it broke my counter trend line. I know sellers are in the market now. So then at that point, you just gotta wait. You gotta do your due diligence.
So old me, I would have seen that regular support. I would have on H1 and M30, and then
Yeah.
I would have caught it this one like right here. I put my put my stop loss above that high. But I would have been switching back and forth with the H1. That's
Yeah.
what I would do a lot. I would like
Yeah.
look at H1 structure and then go on M30, and
As you,
that's the one that like made me the most profitable. But
yeah.
after a while, like I started seeing like the pairs wouldn't do retests, and I would see everybody catch entries, and I'd be like, man, I must be missing something.
Nah, bro. All you gotta do is be a little bit more patient, bro. That's it.
But
That's it.
I wouldn't even go down to lower time frames because I couldn't understand the structure. I felt like I was always
It's certain
like,
time, like that's what I'm saying. Like you got everything in your bag, right? We got all our shit in our bag from WSA. You just gotta understand when is it certain times to pull certain shit out. When is it time for me to pull my fibs out? When is it time for me to use my contract line? When can I use this? Can I use that? You know what I mean?
right.
Just like in basketball, it's like, when am I gonna use my in and out? When am I gonna have to switch hands? When am I gonna have to, you know what I mean? Go to my combo moves. Like it's the same shit. You know, you just learn the tools and just understand when you need to apply the tools and executing based off of the tools. because the tools are there to help you. So it's like trust your tools, trust your trend line. You know what I mean? Trust your support and resistance, trust your high low points, like, and trust your analysis. That's all it is. And do nothing. You know what I mean? Control your risk and do nothing. Let everything else do what it got to do.
So you've never like seen a trade that was like in a drawdown and you was just like, I'm just gonna close because this don't look too good.
Right? Hell yeah. Bro,
Oh.
everybody go through that, bro. It's part of the game.
No, I'm saying now, as of right now. I'm not talking about like
Oh
when you
no,
started.
not now. No, I be in my bag now. I be,
Okay.
I be in my bag, bro. Yeah, no, I'm on point with a lot of shit now. With a lot of shit. Trust me.
I feel like I could trade these like US 30s and stuff like that. I just
Yeah, bro. I mean, really, it's just taking your time and building your confidence up to be able to do that. Like even GJ, bro. Like you gotta have confidence to trade that shit because that's a crazy ass pair.
mhm.
You know
But
what I
see, I
mean?
don't find it crazy. Like I just find it kind of regular. I find it better than AU,
I
in my
mean,
opinion.
I don't like trading GJ like that. I tried trading it for a while. I did straight on it, but like it's too much of a headache for me. Like I like shit that's, you know what I mean, that's smooth. Like and US 30 is smooth to me. Like it's easy for me to read. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
just like if you can make money off AU every day, it's easy for you to read. Then what's the point of you going to something else? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like if I could cash out every day, it ain't no point in me going to something else.
So how would I draw my trend line on this one? Because I drew my trend line for AU here, but was that bad? Or should I just make
I
it
would,
more wrong?
yeah, like as the market spreads out. Remember how he said, as the market spreads out, you can adjust your trend lines and stuff.
But okay, that's why I'm confused at right here. Because let's say we were here, right? And I'm drawing my trend line. Would that be that's not too steep, right?
Nah,
So then
perfect. Cause you
um,
you would have seen boom, boom, test it, okay, test it, okay,
and then I
boom,
adjust.
okay, respect it, and you would have been on M5 seeing all of that shit. Like, so now you know it's respected.
So I just adjust the trend line after that, or I just leave it there?
No, you leaving it there. You're not touching it yet. You leaving it there because it's still a part of price right now. Still respecting it. Boom. Still respecting it.
I don't adjust it.
Now I would start adjusting it because now it's broken. You see what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Them two candles, them two bearish candles.
Right here,
Yup, broke it. So now I will adjust it, spread it out.
like that.
Uh,
Or like,
nah, yeah, like right there. Yup. So it's right on price.
so then how would I know like okay it's a trend line break and I don't have to adjust it once it break that support? So do I like
I just showed you. If it breaks that again, then you know it's broken. Like till you don't gotta use it no more. Like until
okay,
it's damn near like it looks weird. You know what I'm saying? Like until it's too steep or it's, you know what I mean?
'cause it was like this before?
Yeah, like if it's like that, it's like why would I leave it right there? Nah, like I want to see it be broken again, so I'm a adjust it towards price. Right, exactly. It's just like drawing a new one. Instead of drawing a new one, all you doing is dragging it.
Oh, okay.
Boom. Still tested. Still tested.
Would you say it's a break?
Is that closed?
Yeah, I'm 30. I'm 30 candle close.
Yup. So that
So
would be a break.
it's a break.
Yup.
Oh yeah, drop.
I'm telling you, bro. Man, you got this shit, man.
Then you go to M5, right?
No,
Yeah, man. I mean, I've been hearing that for a minute. Like people like, man, you got it. You
you
just
got
I
this
just
shit,
like
Brody.
just
Like,
don't.
no cap.
I just every time I try to build an account, man, it just goes wrong. But I do notice the more I write down, the more I notice like Okay, sometimes bro, you close for no reason. You were just in your feelings because it wasn't in profit, and you've been drawn out for like
For
damn near
sure.
almost a whole day.
Yeah,
Yeah. So you just close, and then as soon as you close the next day, you wake up, it's just boom, do your thing. All right, next time not closing. And you don't close, and then hit your stop loss. You're like, damn, I must be doing something wrong. You just get frustrated.
exactly. Nah, it's part of the game, bro. That's how you learn.
And
That's
I
how
just,
you learn, bro. Everybody take their L's, bro. But there's regular L's and then there's L's that you're not supposed to take. So you just gotta keep your L's minimized by doing the right things. And like I said, finding your edge. What's your edge? Moves like this. When it's like, all right, bet I waited. I seen at the top it made a certain point of resistance that's not broken. The market spread it out to my trend line. Boom. I had a break of my trend line. I had a breakthrough of my trend line on the lower time frame. So on M5, it already broke. Then it retested the backside of my trend line. Gave me broke a point of support up there at 76393, then came down, made a new point of support on M5, then gave me that lower high on the backside of my trend line with a bearish engulfing. I'm in that motherfucker, man.
and stop losses
You know what I'm saying?
above
Stop
you.
loss right above there. I'm good. And I'm lighting up because it's AU. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Okay, man. I
shit,
feel a lot
nothing
better. At
to it.
least I'm not out of the loop.
Yeah, there's nothing to it, bro.
Um,
You got that shit for real.
so
Hell yeah, man.
as far as AU, it looks bearish to me. But I know like
Yeah,
on a weekly,
yeah,
it's just
that's a
like
head and shoulder pattern.
yeah.
So yeah, that shit definitely bearish.
But I notice AU and GJ kind of move the same. So sometimes I get in my head when I see like
That's why
AU,
I say one pair.
so you don't go
I
back and
worry
forth.
about that.
As far okay for you as far as US 30, would you see a setup like at least twice a week?
There's setups every day on that joint, bro. There's setups right now on that joint. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
setups every day on it, B.
Yeah, so I remember back testing this. Well, I think that's the one. That's the one that Q was talking about in this webinar. See on the webinar.
Setups every day.
Yeah.
Feel me?
Like right here, you would go to M5 right for the trend line
Yeah,
for
I just
see a
showed you
breaker
my chart.
resistance, huh?
I said, yeah, I just showed you what my chart looked like.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So if it's like right here, it's kind of tight, right? I mean, it's wavy, but it's kind of tight. So you would go down to M5,
yeah, easily. Yeah, you can easily go down to M5. Easily.
and then you draw the trend line from here like this.
Yup. Bye y'all. And on the
So
backside, that retest, that's golden, boy. Man, come on, bro. That's a $5,000 move right there. Promise you.
um,
Nah, hell no. Your stop loss ain't gotta be that low.
be right under here.
That shit can be right there. Yes, right under your exhaustion zone.
Well, okay. So what makes you confident enough to like put
Because
that
I
stop?
back test US 30, bro. So I know
Oh,
exactly what that bitch gonna do.
okay. Okay, cool.
I back test this bitch all day. I'm
No,
telling you.
GJ, like yo,
Look,
hit a
that's a whole move,
yeah.
bro. Like that exhaustion, that's that sexy candle right there that QB talking about. Right there, that bearish candle, that indecision, right there. Yes, sir. No, to the left, right? To the left.
This one?
To the left.
Oh, right here, my fault.
Nope, nope,
No,
nope,
this
nope,
one.
nope.
This one
To the right.
to the right.
Right there. The bearish one, bro. Go
This
down.
one.
Right there. Yeah. That's the
This
safety cam. I'm entering right there.
this is a sexy candle. I thought it would be
Yes,
looking like
bro.
something like this, but thinner.
Oh, that's a hammer.
This right here.
Yes, bro. That indecision, that's golden. That is golden. That lets me know that shit is not going back down. It's gonna take hella. It's not enough sellers, especially after a hammer, after two hammers. Come
Hmm.
on, bro. That shit's not going back down. I'm in that motherfucker. We riding it all the way back up, and it's on the backside of my trend line after it
Yeah.
already broke. came back, retest, and if you pull your fibs out, it's probably like an 88.6 retracement. Come on, man.
So this right here is not a sexy candle.
No, bro.
I
No.
thought this whole time.
It's not on a sexy candle is on the back side of your trend line.
Oh, yeah, I know what I'm saying, but as far as the candle.
No, I just told you exactly what it is. A sexy candle has to be on the back side of your trend line.
Yeah, I know that. I'm talking about the candle itself, though.
That's not a sexy candle because it's not on the back side of your trend line. That's a hammer.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
So this one right here, it
look indecision. Right, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what we want to see. Because indecision is letting me know it's respecting that support. Because you already got support that's tested right there.
So you're taking that
to the left.
You're taking that entry right here.
Right there, bro. I'm in that joint.
And then stop loss right
Not seeing no drawdown. Come on, bro. Not for real.
Damn.
I'm in there, bro. I'm letting it do what it do. Because I'm looking to break. My goal is to break that 331, 33113.3. That high right there to the left.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. I'm looking to break that and get to my negative 27% based off that Fibonacci.
So from right here.
Come on, bro. And that's just the lower time frame. We ain't even talking about what it looked like on H1.
You wouldn't have got on right here because you would have been on a higher time frame.
Yeah, I would have been on higher time frames and going back and forth. And I would have looked at that as just a 23.6.
So that candle wouldn't make you wouldn't be too worried about this candle.
Nah, not that candle, not the way it closed.
Damn.
Look, I'm in profit right now. Stop playing with me, boy.
You in a sell?
Yeah. Easy sell.
Shit, that was me 2 months ago, man. I was like, man, I'm on my way to be a millionaire. Then after that, them L's,
Easy, bro, you gonna get it too. You gonna get it too, man.
I hope so, man.
You just gotta trust yourself. That's your shit.
Okay, so on this M5 right here, this trend line, you would take this trend line a lot closer, right? Like
what's
probably
that?
Right. That's on a US 30 M5.
No, that's perfect. I like it the way it is. Yup, that's perfect. Yup, that's all I need to see. Boom, that drop, boom, it made a certain level of support.
Right this there. Is a sexy candle.
Not that. No, that's not a sexy candle. Sexy candle has to be on the back side of your trend line.
What do you mean? Okay, so this not a backside, this trend line.
That's the backside. So if it's not touching that joint, exactly, that's the sexy candle.
So it has as soon as after this candle, if it had the sexy candle right here.
No, it's not touching the backside of the trend. That's that right there that you touching. That's the sexy candle in this case.
Oh, okay. I thought a sexy candle was a certain type of candle that the way you look.
It got to be the backside of your trend line, and it has to show that you have momentum. For sure. Hey, but I gotta get ready to go. I got an appointment to go to. That's why I said we had to come early.
All right, man. And then so this service thing is like for a whole month, or how does it work?
Nah, for sure the whole month. So should we go again tomorrow? What's your schedule like tomorrow?
I mean, I'm free tomorrow. To me, actually no, I gotta help my mom out. So
yeah, so we might get on like tomorrow night or something like that.
All right, yeah, that's fine.
Like 8 or something, 8:30 or something.
All right, that's cool.
All right, bet, brother. Just do some back testing for me so we can have something to go over.
All right, cool.
Appreciate it. For sure.